Today we're going to review some citation examples. We're going to look at some and decide if they're correct, and if they are not, what we need to do to fix it. So let's look at this example. When Victor is almost home after learning about William's murder, he happens to see the, quote, filthy Damon and decides that the monster murdered William. Shelley, 7778. We do have a reference. It is Shelley, M, 2003, Frankenstein, Penguin. So this is correct. The fact that it's called references and is centered is correct. But let's look at our in-text citation. What do we need when we have quotes? We need the who, we need the when, and we need the where. Well, we have the who, we have the where, but we don't have the when. So, and formatting for the parenthetical citations in APA, we need commas also, and we need a little p for the pages. So the correct citation should look like this. Shelley, followed by a comma, followed by the year, followed by the comma, followed by the page number, which is indicated by a P for one page, or PP for 2 pages, or more pages, and then the period after, which is actually a typo on that, and a period after the parenthetical, and not before. A sentence only needs one period. So let's look at this example. According to Dickerson, Shelley uses the introduction of Frankenstein in 1831 to reclaim her own voice. She, Mary Shelley, not her husband, owns the text. Dickerson, 1993, page 82. We have a reference, Dickerson, followed by initials, followed by the year, the ghost of a self, female identity in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. So we have sentence case, capitalize the first letter, use lowercase for the rest of the sentence, and then capitalize the first word after the colon, and capitalize proper nouns. So that's correct. A journal title is regular title caps and italicized, followed by the volume number and the number, followed by the page numbers. Now in a reference, on the reference page, the end of the paper, we do not put the PPs or the Ps. It's just the numbers of the pages. But let's look back at our in-text citation. We have a direct quote, so we need 3 pieces of information because it's quote, right? So we need 3 pieces of information, the who, the when, and the where. So let's look at our parenthetical. Now, we mentioned the author's name in the sentence, so do we need to have it in the parenthetical? We do not. But the who and the when always have to be together. So that means that next to the author's name, I need to put the when, which means it should not be in the parenthetical, and therefore only the page number goes at the end of the sentence. So let's look at this example. The first time the concept of madness is applied to Victor, he questions Walton by asking, "Do you share my madness?" Shelley, 2003, page 29. Other repeated phrases that denote insanity or madness include, quote, gnashed my teeth, and, quote, inflamed or, quote, feverish eyes. Shelley, pages 89, 95, 216. We have a reference, Shelley, M, followed by the year, followed by the title in italics because it is a book, followed by the publisher. So our reference, since it's only one, is perfectly perfect. Let's go back to our body text. The first time the concept of madness is applied to Victor, he questions Walton by asking. So we have direct quotations. We don't mention the author's name in the sentence, so that should be the first thing in parentheses, which it is. And the author and the year are always together, and they are, followed by the page number shown preceded by the letter P if it's a single page, which it is, so that is correct. But in the second sentence, we have multiple quoted phrases or words. And so for that parenthetical, if they're on different pages, we're going to have to list each page those phrases or words would be found and separated out by commas. And so we do have that. We have the PP, and we have page 89, 95, and 216. So that is where they came from. We have the author, but we're missing something. We always have to have 3 pieces of information if they're quotes. We only have 2. So I would need to insert here the 2003 followed by the comma. Let's look at one final example. In her article, The Ghost of a Self, Female Identity in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, Vanessa K. Dickerson discusses the almost invisible female characters in the novel. She defines the term keeping in relationship to art and composition, and then takes it a step further. In humanistic terms, keeping would be related to, quote, vision and sympathy that, quote, fosters harmony and understanding and fairness in oneself and in one's relationships to others, end quote, 83. We have a reference. The reference starts with the author's last name followed by initials. That is correct. The year of publication follows the author. That is correct. The title of our article is sentence case, first word capitalized, the rest not. First word after the colon is capitalized, the rest not unless it is a proper noun such as the author or the book title. The journal of popular culture is the title of the journal. It is regular title case, and it is italicized as journals are supposed to be. And we have volume and issue number, volume number before parentheses. And it should be italicized. I can't tell if it is, but it should be. And then the issue number follows not italicized. And then the range of pages, and then the DOI number. A DOI is a digital object identification. It is a string of numbers, letters, and symbols used to permanently identify an article or document and link to it on the web. So let's look at our body paragraph. We have in the first sentence the title of the article that is being cited or referred to as a source, followed by the author's name. In the second sentence, we have actual quotations from that article. Now, I believe I've mentioned, whenever you mention an author's name, the author and the year of publication are always together. So in that first sentence, since it's not there, we are going to have to add the year of publication. In the second sentence then, since we don't mention the author's name there within the sentence, we have to put it at the end. And notice we have a whole lot of information missing in that citation, in that parenthetical. So this parenthetical should always start with the author's name, then followed by the year of publication, which is 1993, followed by the page number, but we need to have a letter indicating pages. So whether it's one page, a P, which in this case it is, or more than one pages with a PP, and then a period outside of the parenthetical. One final note, there is another mistake in this paragraph I just want to bring to your attention. So as you are writing papers and you are thinking about all the information that you need and how it needs to be written, in this case, the title of Frankenstein should be italicized, and it is not. So make sure when you're using book titles that you do italicize them in your papers.